Hey guys, what's up and welcome back. Now this is a very short video on a concept in Terraform that's called the timeouts block. Now what this is all about, whenever we perform any of the Terraform operations, it leads to the creation, modification or destruction of the resources. So based on the Terraform workflow, we can either create, update or destroy the resources that we manage through the Terraform configuration files. Now, every single resource, whether it's been created, modified, or destroyed, it goes through a certain default timeout period, which means that in that specific time frame, that resource needs to be either created, modified, or destroyed. So in that default timeout period, the that process must be finished. If not, then in that case this would prompt an error. There could be some backend issues, or for example, there could be an issues with the configuration file or whatever. So we have the default timeout periods for different operations out there against different resources being provisioned, modified, or destroyed. Now we can influence it. We can enforce our own custom timeout durations using the timeouts block. Let's understand the concepts first in the form of theory. So we'll see that what are the different types of timeout blocks we can include or what are the different keywords we can include. And then we'll also include that in our resources block. So Terraform timeouts block can optionally support a timeouts block within their configuration, which allows the users to specify custom timeout durations for various operations. Now this is beneficial in those cases when you have long running operations where the default timeout periods are not sufficient enough. So when you create, update or modify any of the resources, the default timeout periods. Now, if I say default timeout durations of period, means that in those durations or those time intervals, the process must be finished. Now, in most of the scenarios, these default timeout durations are more than sufficient. But there could be certain special scenarios or unique scenarios where you think that, okay, there are some long running operations and the default timeout durations are not sufficient enough, and you want to enforce your own custom timeout durations for either creating, updating, or destroying the resources. So these are three keywords. One is the create. Now this helps you to enforce a custom timeout durations or duration for the provisioning of the infrastructure components. So you can define the timeout duration for creating the resource. Update, you can enforce a custom timeout duration for the modification of a resource. Delete, you can define the custom timeout duration for destroying a resource. Right? We can also use the default one. It's a unified approach to enforce all the different keywords in just one single default value. We'll discuss the first three: create, update, and delete, because you use either the create keyword to enforce the custom time duration to provision the resource, or for updating use the update, and for destroying use delete. So we use all the three. Now let's see the example right now. Of course, we'll just put that into a configuration file. So this is a timeouts block. So if I want to enforce a 30 minutes custom timeout duration for the instance to be created, so I just keep it as 30. And after that, I just make it as M. M stands for minute. If it's seconds, so you have to put S, right? So 30 minutes or 30 seconds, or whatever you want to put that in terms of minutes or seconds, you can include that. So over here, the custom create timer duration is 30 minutes. And the delete is 15 minutes or 10 minutes, or update is 15 minutes. So again, you can enforce these different custom timeout durations if you want. Now, one thing that you have to be very cautious of, or you have to be aware of, is that this feature is not enabled, or I would say this feature is not supported by all the resource types. It's not enabled for all the resources or across all the cloud providers. So not all the Terraform resources or the providers support this timeouts block. So this feature is not enabled, or it's not supported by all the resources or by all the cloud providers. So it is used in very few resources across very few cloud providers. Now, this does not affect the retry intervals or polling frequency. Okay, let's go ahead and just put that into execution. It's a very simple execution that you can enforce or you can test it. We'll just go ahead and just create a new folder out there for this new concept. So we just name it as tf-timeouts. Okay. And once we just include a simple keyword for this project, of course, we have to include a main.tf file as always, because we have to configure everything in this Terraform file, this Terraform config file. Let's copy and paste the Terraform blocks and the provider blocks and paste them. I would say just copy and paste them. And of course, you can just initialize this working directory to install the necessary provider plugins, or initialize this working directory before we can get started. So as you can see that the provider plugins are getting installed, and thereafter we'll just include a resource block, which will also include the timeouts block. This has been done. So let's go ahead and just declare a resource, and this resource would be for my AWS_instance. So this is the resource type, and I'm going to name it as, for example, timeouts demo instance. Now this name can be anything. This is a custom name that you can easily put in. It could be anything. So you just put the AMI. Now I just copy and paste the AMI from one of the other, or I would say just pick one of the previously used AMIs. Let's copy and paste that. Let's include the instance type as the t2.micro, because this is free tier eligible, so we can use it without any issues out there. And what's the next thing? The next thing is that I include the tags, and the tags would be, for example, let's name it as timeouts demo instance. Let's copy this resource name and paste it under the double quotations. Now, the next thing is that I include the timeouts block. So just include timeouts. And I can say for provisioning of this instance of this resource, the custom timeout duration is 30 minutes. So I put as 30M, right? And for example, for updation, I can say I want to make it as 300 seconds. So 300 followed by S. And for deleting, the duration is, custom time duration is 10 minutes, right? So just put as 10 followed by M as a keyword. I just go ahead and format everything. So let's clear everything out so that I just clear the clutter. Run the command terraform fmt to format the file or rewrite the config file to the canonical format and style. I just validate everything so that everything is perfectly okay in terms of the syntax wise or logically everything is correct. And yes, everything is a success. Now you can just run the command terraform apply auto approve. Now you not see any changes out there because whatever you're doing right now, as of now, we are just creating this instance. We enforce the default timeout duration of the period of 30 minutes, which means that the instance must be created within 30 minutes, failing which or beyond which this entire operation would be aborted or would lead to an error, or it would be, this operation would not be executed beyond 30 minutes. So the instance must be provisioned within 30 minutes, beyond which or after which this operation or this execution would be halted or would be aborted or would be dropped out. Okay, so I just auto approve the changes, and you're going to be seeing that this would be executed without any issues. It would be a success because in terms of the timeout periods, the instance would be deployed within 30 minutes only, because the default timeout period for launching an instance is less than a minute. But because we have enforced 30 minutes, so we have extended that timeline, right? As you can see that this instance is being provisioned successfully, and we just check the console and just hit refresh. We're going to be seeing that the instance is launching. This is the instance that we have just launched, right? So let's go ahead and destroy everything. And we want to make sure that we just clear everything out first, and then just run the command terraform apply, followed by the destroy option and auto approve that. and this instance will be eventually destroyed. Of course, because the delete timeout duration is 10 minutes, which means that this instance must be destroyed within the 10 minutes window, beyond which this operation would be a failure, or I would say this execution would be aborted, or I would say that this would be doomed as a failure, or would not be a success. It will prompt an error, right? So there's just getting destroyed, and eventually it will be destroyed in the next few seconds. So that's all about the timeouts block. Now, by default, you have the default timeout durations for the provisioning, for modification, and destruction of the resources out there. In special cases, or in some cases, if you think that these default timeout durations are not sufficient enough, then you can enforce your own custom timeout durations using timeouts block. You can use any one of these three keywords: create, which helps you to enforce the custom timeout duration for provisioning of an infrastructure component. Then we have update, which helps you to enforce a custom timeout durations for the modification of the resources. And then we have delete, which helps you to enforce a custom timeout duration for the destruction of the resources. So that's it about the timeouts block. Thank you so very much.